Hello, my sax playing friend Alexander Mathias here from saxophonemasterclass.com. In today's lesson, I'm going to give you a simple exercise for practicing getting from those low notes up to those high notes with ease on the saxophone. Now, if you want to get this exercise and more, check out my essential saxophone warm-ups guide at saxophonemasterclass.com/warm-ups, and you can get a free guide that will help you with not only improving your tone, but also understanding how to improve your scales as well as your technique. So I'm going to show you the first part of this exercise, and then I'm going to tell you how to do it step by step. So this is what we call an arpeggio on the saxophone, and I formed an arpeggio using the G major chord, which is G, B, D, and then G with the octave key. And this is a really great exercise to practice, first of all, slowly while tonguing every note and ascending through the arpeggio, going from G, B, D to G with the octave key, and then descending down from the arpeggio from G with the octave key down to D, B, and G. So let me take you through it step by step. So you start on G with 3 fingers in the left hand. Make sure to tongue the note as well. Then we move up to B, which is 1 finger in the left hand. Then we move up to D, which is all 3 fingers in the left, 3 fingers in the right, and the octave key in the back. And then finally we land on G with the octave key, which is 3 fingers in the left and the octave key in the back. Then we just descend. We go from G with the octave key down to D, all 3 fingers in the left, 3 fingers in the right, and the octave key. Down to B, which is just 1 finger in the left hand with no octave key. And then finally G again, which is 3 fingers in the left hand. So here's what it sounds slowly, and I'm going to tongue every single note. And that's just a basic exercise to help you go from the lower range of the saxophone to the higher range of the saxophone. Now we can develop this to even higher notes and even lower notes using the same notes of the G major chord. So we're still going to use G, we're still going to use B, we're still going to use D, but we're going to go higher on the saxophone and we're also going to go lower on the saxophone. So let me show you what I mean. So we start on G without the octave key, which is 3 fingers in the left, and we go to B, then D, then G with the octave key. But then we keep going up. We go up to B with the octave key, which is just 1 finger in the left hand and the octave key. And then we go up to the D palm key, which is just this palm key here and the octave key. So it sounds like this. So we land on the D palm key with the octave key. Now we descend back to the note we started on. So that's a great exercise if you want to get up to the higher palm keys on the saxophone and then go back down to that G without the octave key. Now, if you want to learn how to improve your higher notes on the sax, I actually have another lesson on that, which I'm going to link to at the end of this lesson, but there's also a link in the description of this video. Now we're going to go even lower, again, using the notes of the G major triad, G major chord, which are G, B, and D, and we're going to go down to the low B on the saxophone. Let me show you what I mean. So we're going to start on the note G, go down to D, 3 fingers to the left, 3 fingers to the right, but no octave key this time. And then down to the low B, which is 3 fingers on the left, 3 fingers on the right, the low C, and the low B key, which is over here, the one that is closest to the saxophone. So if we play that arpeggio going from G to D to B, and then back to D, and then G again, it sounds like this. And so that's the G arpeggio going down to the lowest note. G, down to D, down to the low B, and then back up to D, and then G again. So this is a great way to learn to transition from the lower notes to the middle range of the sax. Now, if you want to learn how to get those lower notes out with ease, I have another lesson on that. Check out the link in the description of this video, or wait to the end of this lesson and I'll link to it then. So finally, you want to play this exercise across the whole range of the instrument, just like this. And as you get more advanced, you can play it quickly like this. And this is a great way to go from the low notes to the high notes and back to the low notes with ease. If you practice this exercise, it's really going to help you adjust your embouchure, your throat, your breath support in order to get all the different notes of the saxophone across the whole range. Now, of course, this has a lot to do with your tone, and I actually have what's called a BET saxophone tone system, which stands for breathing, embouchure, and throat. And I have another lesson on that, which you can check out in the link of this video. And that is all about improving your breathing, your embouchure, and your throat, which is BET. And if you work on all of that, it's going to really help with getting these notes out with ease in the high register as well as a low register. So make sure to check out that lesson as well. Alright, my friend, I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Remember, you can download my Essential Saxophone Warm-Ups Guide at saxophonemasterclass.com/warmups, and you can get that entirely free, where I show you these exercises and more. I put out lessons every single week on YouTube, so please subscribe, please like this video if you enjoyed it, and make sure to comment below if you thought this video was helpful, and if there's any other lessons you want me to do in future. Alright, my friend, until next time, have a great week and happy playing.